When it comes to designing your living space, a sofa is often the centerpiece of your living space. Most often, we are bombarded with fatigue decision-making questions. What kind of sofa should I get for my space? Does my sofa contain PFAS, also known as forever chemicals? How do I know if this sofa is safe? What materials should I choose for outdoor, for patio, for high traffic areas? Which ones are the best? So before you drive yourself into a melancholic state of agony, I'm here today to give you some of the best tips that you should consider when you're choosing a sofa. Hi, welcome to Ukunda Home, a place where we talk about tricks and tips of better homes. And today, I'm gonna give you 7 essential considerations for buying a sofa. And step number 1, I'm gonna talk about materials that are available today. I'm going to start with leather. Leather offers a luxurious and timeless look. I'm going to talk from experience of me using it because I got a sectional in leather and I also got a set in modern sofa sets. For leather grain. For leather grain, it's leather that is not tampered with. It's actually gotten those markings, like if the cow got a wound, a marking, you can see those imperfections on the leather. It's more hard to work with. Manufacturers don't normally work with it because it takes a whole lot of time. The process of processing it is way longer compared to the other options that are available. And the next one, which is top grain, which is a sprit. It's a sprit of the leather. Now the toppings of imperfections are removed and then it's sanded to give it that smooth look. We have full grain, now we have top grain. Another option is bonded leather. Bonded leather comes from the scraps of leather in leather workings, and in most cases it's blended with fabric, so it's bonded all together to make that kind of leather. Another option would be Faux leather, which is the artificial one, which is man-made. What's the difference between the 4? Full grain, top grain, bonded, and then Faux leather. Full grain, it's the highest quality and it's more expensive compared to the rest. And then the next one would be top grain, which is also very expensive. And then the next one would be bonded and then Faux leather, which gives you that feeling of leather and affordability all put together, but then it's artificial. You've gotten to weigh among all those. From my experience, I've had Faux leather in the same. Real leather takes a long time. 7 years, the sofas are still looking great. And Faux leather, I think I stayed with it like 5 years. And then it started peeling off. Peels off in such a way that it ikes me. Like it's, oh my God. How do you tell like it's real? If you're buying online, order for swatches so that you can really test and feel and also do the fire test. The next option that I'm going to talk about would be the fabrics, which come in a variety of many choices, patterns, flowers. Let's talk about fabrics. And the first one that I'm going to start with, cotton. Cotton is a versatile and comfortable fabric, which is really amazing. It's a classic, which is timeless. One of the things that you should remember when you're choosing a sofa that is made from cotton, it's not water resistant. Cushions are made from 100% cotton. On a closer look, if you check here, look at this. This is not stain or water resistant. Another option that is available, linen. Linen is a natural fiber, just like cotton. Very breathable. It offers a relaxed and casual look. It's really amazing. It's good for the environment, just like cotton, except that it's also not stain resistant and water resistant. So when you're choosing a sofa in linen or cotton, remember that. But there is the good side of them too, because they are natural fibers or they're natural fabrics, which is great. Like it's great for your health, it's great for the environment, but it would all depend on your needs. Another option would be velvet, a luxurious fabric. It adds a touch of elegancy. But when you're choosing velvet, if you have pets, stay away from it. Velvet comes sometimes in a brand of cotton, so it would depend what brand. It would depend on the manufacturer actually, but it's a luxurious fabrics and it adds a touch of elegance to your space. Performance fabrics, a microfiber, and these come in so many forms actually, in so many options. These also include krypton and so many others. Microfiber is a synthetic fabric. Oh my god, I'm failing to pronounce the word. These fabrics are designed to be water resistant, they're stain resistant. These are fabrics that you can use in high traffic areas when you have kids. These are some of the fabrics that you'll be looking at. Of course, they're man-made, meaning more chemicals, which is a point that I will look at almost at the end of the video. I think I'll talk more into deep which options should you consider, what should you look out for. Yeah, they're soft to touch when you touch them, and they're durable, they're stain resistant, they're water resistant. Yeah, they're really designed to really meet the demands of the consumers. Let's take a look on outdoor fabrics that are really good for outdoor. The number one option would be Sunbrella. Sunbrella, it's known for its fade resistant, it's water resistant, it's fade resistant. Normally it's used for patio furniture. Another option would be Olefin. Olefin is also known for its moisture resistant, it's outdoor friendly, and also some fabrics under polyester brand can be really used for outdoor spaces. So if you're looking for furniture for outdoor or for patio, go to look on these other fabrics that are for outdoor. Now that we've finished materials, let's talk about actually this would be number one point, determining your space and lifestyle. So before you go to purchase a sofa or anything, measure your space, measure the length, the depth of your space. You don't want to buy a sofa that is going to overcrowd your space or that is going to suffocate you. So make sure you measure your space and also determine your lifestyle. What is the sofa intended for? What is it going to be used for? And who is going to use it? Are you single? Do you have kids? Do you have pets? Define and then decide on the sofa. Don't just go see a celebrity buy a sofa and you also go and buy it. First determine your space and also determine the kind of lifestyle that you're living. So measure your space and determine your lifestyle. Sofa designs and styles. Sofas come in a peninsula of styles to match different preferences and interior design styles, from the classic elegance of a Chesterfield to the versatility of a modern sectional sofa. You've gotten to understand the different types that are available so that you can really meet your home aesthetic vision. They come in so many different styles. There is traditional styles, or consider your style that you got at home that really fits your home aesthetics. Stability and durability, and under this mostly I want to talk about frame materials. Let's talk about frames. Most people forget about this part, but remember, frames are really very important when it comes to a sofa. Hardwood frames which are made from oak, maybe beech, really long lasting and durable. They can stand daily use and they provide an excellent support to the cushions. You guys, if you watched the first video I put here, do you remember the sofas were made from wood? They're amazing. Honestly, hardwood is amazing. When you're selecting your sofas, consider the frames. And then metal. Metal is commonly used in minimalistic and modern spaces of late today. So most of the chairs or the sofas that you will see, they will be made from metal or sometimes mixed with other materials to give it a unique look. Choose a frame that is really long lasting and is supportive of the sofa that you're buying. Another thing that I'm going to cover is support and comfort. When you're buying your sofa, consider the feelings. The foam feelings are long lasting and durable. This one is insane. I don't know. Okay, let me go here. I think this is perfect. Foam gives that supportive feel and comfort. High density foam is really long lasting and retains its shape over time. So when you're choosing your cushions or your sofa, consider the feelings. And then there is down and feathers, but mostly when it comes to sofas, I choose foam. Healthy impacts, which is the last point that I'm going to talk about. In the last years, PFAs were normally used, which are also known as forever chemicals, in seen that these chemicals, if you got something that is treated, these chemicals would be observed by your body over time. So due to that concern, I think most people are really moving away from that due to many healthy concerns. Number one option would be going for natural fabrics like cotton, wool, linen. These are like the best ones. What I know, if you're more concerned about healthy, this would be the best option to go for. But again, because of the way people live and the lifestyle, people have had the urge to go for water resistant surface or materials. But right now, manufacturers are moving away from that, and they're using beeswax, plant oils to provide that repellent or stain resistant elements. How do you know if the manufacturer used that? What you can do, just send them an email, ask about their composition. That's if they are open enough to tell you about it. But also you'd consider purchasing things that like they have certificates of. In Germany, we have such organizations. Is it the same as the United States? I'm not sure. But having such certificates can really assure the consumer that whatever him or her is buying is safe for them. But most people are moving on from that. They're using plant-based oils, they're using beeswax, and then there is also nanotechnology, using nanotechnology or nano coatings to provide that resistant element to the fabric. And also check out for healthy certificate or warnings, because I know in the state of California, the manufacturers are supposed to indicate if the product exposes the consumer to certain chemicals, which is great. The bad side of things is that we can't really eliminate chemicals completely because of the way we live in this. But the good side of things is that your body is really designed to design barriers against chemicals. So choose products that really align with your preference in sustainability and safety. Let's talk about quality versus affordability. High quality materials always come with a high price tag, but also they come with comfort and durability. Consider your budget and find a balance between the materials that suit your needs and the costs that are involved. That way you can be able to make a choice that is really altered to you as a person. With all that said, I hope I've given you all the tips and tricks to find your right sofa to fit your own home aesthetics. If you felt like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and I hope I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye for now.